If you're planning a Norwegian Fjords cruise, you're in for one of the most spectacular holidays you'll ever take. We've now visited the Norwegian Fjords multiple times on different cruise ships, and we've learnt a lot along the way. We've made a few mistakes ourselves, watched other people make them, and picked up plenty of tips that would have made our first cruise even better. So in this video, we're sharing 15 common mistakes to avoid, helping you save money, make the most of your time, and hopefully have an even better cruise than we did. Let's get started. Every Norwegian Fjords cruise looks the same on a brochure. It isn't. Travel in May or early June and the mountain tops are still snow-capped with waterfalls at their most powerful from the melt. July and August bring the warmest weather and the longest port hours, but also the biggest crowds. September thins the crowds out and adds a bit of autumn colour, though the weather gets less predictable. There's no bad time to visit Norway, it depends on which version of it you want. Not every Norway cruise is a fjords cruise. Some focused almost entirely on fjords and small villages. Others spend most of their time in cities like Bergen, Stavanger, Oslo or Ålesund. Then there are the Northern Lights cruises, a completely different holiday in winter. Read the itinerary properly before you book. If you want towering mountains, waterfalls and narrow fjords, check that's actually what you're sailing into. Norway is one of the most expensive countries in Europe, and it's easy to budget for the cruise fare and forget everything else. The big excursions aren't cheap. Book the Flåm railway through the cruise line and you're looking at over £100 per person. A trip to Bristol Glacier will set you back more than £80, also if booking through the cruise line. Add cafes, specialty restaurants, spa treatments, drinks if they're not included, and the extras stack up fast. Build extra spending money into your budget from the start. You'll enjoy the trip more if you're not totting up every purchase. Norwegian weather turns fast. Sunshine at breakfast, heavy rain by lunch, blue skies again by the afternoon. Layers are non-negotiable. Pack a waterproof jacket, comfortable shoes and something warm even in summer. Taking a jumper off is easy, wishing you'd packed one isn't. The best part of the holiday happens while a lot of people are eating breakfast indoors. Get on deck for scenic cruising. Grab a coffee and just watch. Book a balcony cabin and it's even better. We still talk about sitting out with a cup of tea watching waterfalls drift past in silence. Balcony cabins sell out fast on Fjords itineraries for good reason. Being able to step outside whenever you want is hard to beat. Can't stretch to one? Don't worry. Plenty of people cruise the fjords in inside cabins and just spend more time on the open decks. One tip if you're calling at Olden, sail away can be just as good as sailing in. Plus, a starboard cabin rewards you with the Olden Sail Away. Small thing, big difference. A decent pair of binoculars will pick out villages tucked into the mountainside, waterfalls in the distance, wildlife, details you'd otherwise miss entirely. Lightweight, cheap and worth the space in your case. The Flåm railway is the best example of an excursion that sells out. Availability can disappear months before you even sail. If there's something you don't want to miss, book it early, through the cruise line or independently if you're comfortable doing that. It beats spending your holiday wishing you'd booked sooner. Some of the best scenery of the entire cruise happens before the ship even docks. Set an alarm, get a coffee, get outside, Watching your ship glide through the fjords in the early morning is something you'll remember for years, and it applies to leaving the port too. The sail away can be a completely different view to the sail in, so don't head straight back to the cabin. Norway's weather is part of what makes it beautiful, and part of why itineraries sometimes change. Ports do get cancelled for weather or sea conditions. It stings at first. On one of our cruises, Ålesund was cancelled, and we got an incredible scenic sailing through Hardanger Fjord instead, one of the best moments of the whole trip. Sometimes the change turns out to be the highlight. Cobbled streets, uneven paths, steep hills, wet surfaces, most ports have all of them. Comfortable trainers or walking shoes beat fashion shoes that leave your feet aching within the hour. You'll take hundreds of photos, maybe thousands. Clear space on your phone or camera before you sail, and bring a power bank so a dead battery doesn't cost you the perfect waterfall shot. Norway's cafes and bakeries are genuinely good. Leave time for Norwegian waffles, traditional baked goods, and if you're feeling brave, the famous brown cheese. The small food stops are sometimes the memories that stick. Signal in the fjords is actually better than most people expect, so this one isn't about losing connection. It's for anyone who doesn't want to burn through their mobile data or pay for cruise Wi-Fi just to check a map. Download offline maps in Google Maps before you travel for every town on your itinerary, and you can find cafes, viewpoints, and your way back to the ship without spending a penny on data. Norway's Sunday trading laws are far stricter than in the UK. If your cruise calls at a smaller port on a Sunday, don't be surprised to find the supermarkets and most shops shut. Check which day you're in port before you plan any shopping, snacks or souvenir runs. That's 15 mistakes we'd tell our past selves before their first Norwegian Fjords cruise. Already been? Tell us in the comments what you'd add to the list. Planning your first? Let us know which ship you're on and where you're heading. If this helped, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more cruise guides and honest reviews, and we'll see you in the next one.